Hi everybody, thanks for joining us. We're doing a quick update on the garden. Green beans look awesome. Look, they're all the way up past the top, several of them are, and they're putting on flowers every day. Haven't seen a lot of green beans. I had this one green bean, and I just haven't seen a lot since then. This is cantaloupe. I've been meaning to put this in for about a month, and finally got around to it, so I put this little spot in. He's not very big, but I've got a long growing season, and I'm sure he will do great. Alright, these are our Caribbean peppers. They're doing wonderful. They're getting really good height on them. They've got great foliage, and I am very pleased with them. These tomatoes, this one is the Beef Master. It looks good. No tomatoes on it yet, but it's doing great. These two volunteers look awesome, and actually the bigger one is putting on tomatoes. I had considered pulling these out because there's kind of roly-poly damage is really bad on them, but they're making it, so I'm going to leave them. Cucumbers are doing awesome. My cucumber tree looks good. I got a couple nice cukes on there that I'm very proud of, and they're growing up the tree really, really well, all by themselves. They don't need a lot of help. Peppers look awesome. Look at all this fresh new growth. And underneath you can see that I've got those couple of peppers in there that look good. This one's got a lot of new growth on it and looks awesome. That pepper plants the rainbow bells, and it's actually got flowers on it. Those chocolate bell peppers are getting bigger and looking good. Jalapeno peppers, tons of flowers. Lots of nice little peppers coming on everywhere. Just looking good. All four of those do. Cayenne peppers look awesome. They've got some nice long peppers on them. Some of them are even changing colors. That pepper's got all kinds of flowers coming up on it. Sweet banana peppers, man, they are producing good. I've already pulled several, and we are going to get as many of them together as possible and pickle them because my husband loves them. These lettuces, I'm hoping to finish harvesting them in the next week or so because it's going to get hot and they will bolt. Sorry, the dog's investigating. The zucchinis look great. I had a lot of damage. This one actually succumbed to the damage last Sunday. Sunday was a couple days ago. And so I've replaced it, but so far that's the only one that's really succumbed to the damage, but all of these are going to be pruned again to remove any damaged stalks once again. Onions, I've lost most of them, only about 2 dozen left who haven't been just completely decimated by the rain. They just drowned easy. Lettuce, this lettuce has actually gone to flower. It's actually got really pretty little flowers on it, these little purple ones. And then the red kale, it's at the end of its season. All this stuff is about ready to bolt, so just getting rid of it as I can. Tomatoes look awesome. Lots of good tomatoes. I think there's like 10 on this one plant alone. This one's getting ready to put on a crap load of tomatoes. That one actually, that got eaten up, is making a really nice comeback. It's got some new growth on it, which it needed. This one's got lots of flowers on it, which is going to be awesome. This one's got actually put on a couple tomatoes. It looks really, really good. Lots of flowers on it, and I suspect it will be one of my better producers. This one's got a ton of flowers on it. They're obviously really loving the fertilization as well. This one's got lots of tomatoes, lots of flowers. It's about 4 feet tall. I mean, it's gotten to be... Come here, Gabe. Can you stand next to this pepper plant? Come here and stand over here by the pepper plant so they can see how big it is. It's as tall as my 3.5-year-old. So, I mean, it's a good-sized plant now. And, I mean, it just loves the sunshine, eats that stuff up. And all these look awesome. Someone asked me about the jugs. The jugs are for deep watering. When we get our triple-digit heat, you have to get water to these things really deep over a long period of time. So what we do is I will put the water into the jugs, so it's got little pinholes all around the jugs. and the water leaves the jugs slowly, and in the really hot heat where, you know, you just can't water for 20 minutes and call it done, these jugs work great to hold the water, and I fill them like twice a day during the triple-digit heat, and they slow water to the roots, which is really what tomatoes need. Otherwise, you'll get blossom end rot and splitting from uneven watering. So that's why they're down there. Strawberries. Strawberries look really good. They're actually putting flowers back on and putting fruit back on, as you can see. And so I'm going to cover these this time, so maybe I'll get some strawberries out of this harvest. Look how big the hibiscus have gotten. They're huge. Gabriel's standing there. He looks so cute. Okay, so here's our Juliet tomatoes. They look good. They got a little baby right there. Got one right there that looks good, and they've got flowers on them, so they're looking good. Zucchinis look good. I wanted to show you my zucchini pregnancy test if I can. The day after a flower has opened and closed, it'll look like this, and after it's closed, the day after, you can come in here, and if you can pull the flower off and it comes off whole in your hand like this, that means that it got fertilized and it will grow and become a mature plant. If it doesn't and it breaks off and tears, then it probably will not, and it will probably get blossom and rot and die. But I've got a ton of zucchinis. This plant actually looks kind of sad.
Mom,
it's kind of wilty in the sun.
is this zucchini?
So this is yellow squash, Gabe.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm going to check it for squash vine borer later to see if that's why it looks a little bit wilty.
Is this zucchini?
Nope, that's yellow squash.
Is zucchini?
These yellow squash are looking nice. Got a nice yellow squash there. And
zucchini?
nope, that's yellow squash too. And look, I got a couple nice ones here that are coming along. And these two yellow squash I just spotted this morning. I pulled the flowers off of them already.
Is this zucchini?
No, these are zucchinis here. These zucchinis look good. I've had a lot of trimming on them to keep them from being killed by the squash vine borers, but I'm fighting the good fight, and I'm hoping we're getting down to the end of the squash vine borer nonsense. Okay, see this leaf? It's really wilty. I have to wonder why this one is so wilty. And then you see right there, that is actually the moth that causes this. That thing just laid its eggs on, or yeah, was trying to lay eggs right there. There's a little black spot along the side of there. That thing was laying eggs as we walked over here, and so I will be trimming this leaf away because it's wilty, and I will remove any eggs I find off the leaves. So those are my plants. They look good. This plant will probably die. It's the smallest, it's the most pathetic with the least foliage compared to all the rest of them. Yeah, I know, honey. And it's the weak link in the chain, so it will probably die anyway. So I will remove it as soon as I see any major sign of damage to prevent further damage. But all these are going to get a good pruning today to help prevent further damage. So thank you guys for joining me. I'll have more videos later. There's several videos that are going to be coming up regarding I wanted to talk to you about how I prune these. I wanted to show you some videos about I have lots of ideas going on in my head all the time, and when I get on camera I forget them. So I'll let you know what's coming up, and I will talk to you guys later.